Hello and welcome to Mtoto News Insight this week, brought to you by Omar Hamed. Today we practice tongue twisters, so let us all have some fun. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red. Yep, yeah. Can you say that? I know I can't. How about you record a video, upload and tag us on any social media page at Mtoto News. Let's get down to business. Do you know that saying yes is not necessarily giving consent? Children below the age of 18 years cannot give consent to anything. That is why the parents or the guardians do that on their behalf. Consent equals informed decision. Anomboy with the story.
Young people, how are we protecting them? How are we showing them to handle media and things like that? Whom have we offloaded our job to?
Crown Trust held a consultative forum on September 27th at All African Conference of Churches to discuss further and take a firm stand in the proposal to lower the age of consent from 18 to 16 years. In attendance were parents, youth, teachers, religious representatives, and stakeholders from different organizations whose agenda is for children. The discussion follows a proposal that was made in March 2019 by 3 judges of the High Court seeking to have the age of consent lowered from 18 to 16 on the basis that young men are suffering behind bars for actions committed between both parties that seemed to be enjoyable and consensual at that time. The Kenya Demographic and Health Survey report of 2014 reveals that 70% of girls who had their first sexual encounter had it with an adult, while 30% were peer-to-peer sex. Contributions from the meeting set it clear that lowering the age of consent would only cause more harm than good. As a country guided by a constitution which even bars anyone below this age to vote, acquire an ID, drive, consume alcohol, among other not suitable for persons under the age of 18. So how is it that the same person barred from this is now miraculously deemed to consent to sex?
Indeed, the church must come out strong, and religious organizations in general must come out strong. We owe it to God. We owe it to the next generation. If we don't save this generation we have right now, there'll be no posterity to boast about. But the church and the religious organizations cannot keep quiet. We have the majority of the people so far in the nation. We must play a role to maintain that age at 18. Yes.
First, fathers need to be present in the lives of their children. They need to know the stuff they are getting from outside, and they also need to join in the discussions of the consent, because if they don't join, I know fathers play a role. They are leaders in the community, they are leaders in the church. They should also enable these discussions to go on so that all stakeholders are involved, because you don't want to leave anyone behind.
Should they choose to engage in sex before marriage, there are responsibilities. And that kind of irresponsible sexual behavior can be avoided. All right? So allow them to know the responsibility that comes with sex. Why? Because even if they have reached the age of majority, which is 18, as prescribed in the law, the age of mental, psychological maturity is 25. So a child of 18 is still well within your responsibility of care and guidance as a parent with regard to the conversation on sex.
Thank you so much, Anne Wamboy, for that story. And as we move on, 12 schoolgirls from Teza Primary School from Buguni location in Kwale County are reported to have left school for marriage. Confirming this was the area police commander, Ludwin Sasati, who said parents of the girls aging between 13 and 15 years were given dowry and consented for their daughters being taken away by the suitors. 23% of Kenyan girls are married before the 18th birthday and 4% are married before the age of 15. According to UNICEF, Kenya has the 20th highest absolute number of child brides in the world, 527,000. Child marriage is driven by gender inequality, and they believe that girls are somehow inferior to boys, which is not true. This is because both boys and girls have a right to equal opportunities in life, despite their upbringing. In Kenya, child marriage is also driven by poverty, female genital mutilation and traditional customs, adolescent pregnancy, and level of education. Non-communicable diseases, also known as the NCDs, are increasing like never before. This is a result of lifestyle and environment. According to the World Health Organization, NCDs kill 41 million people each year, equivalent to 71% of all deaths globally. Cardiovascular diseases account for most NCD deaths, or 17.9 million people annually, followed by cancer, 9 million, respiratory diseases, 3.9 million, and diabetes, 1.6 million. Very fatal. Tobacco use, physical inactivity, the harmful use of alcohol, and unhealthy diets all increase the risk of dying from NCD. Detection, screening, and treatment of NCDs, as well as palliative care, are key components of the response to NCDs. Therefore, the need to help children have a better knowledge on how to prevent themselves from getting these diseases. On international news, the children of now and the future will be affected by climate changes of today. Nations should rise and act on climate action now. Going against all odds is one Greta Thunberg, a climate activist who took the world by surprise while speaking at the United Nations Climate Action Summit in New York. In her speech to the world leaders, she narrated,
"This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe.
That bold speech from 16-year-old Swedish climate action ambassador just shows how serious this matter is, and that the younger generation wants a better future for them and those to come. Are you doing your part in the climate strike? We have come to the end of our bulletin. Do join us next week for another exciting Swahili news read. You can also visit our website at www.mtotonews.com and follow us at our social media at Mtoto News to stay updated. My name is Omar Ahmed, and again, can you say it? Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me since I'm awesome, you know. Also, we leave you with this week's movie review, Addams Family. Ciao.
What a lovely morning!
This Halloween, meet the Addams family whose lives are turned upside down when they realize the town next door is full of uptight suburbanites led by an over-the-top TV host who's trying to build the perfect world her way and who will stop at nothing to get rid of a freaky family like the Addams. If that's not bad enough, Wednesday has to go to a public school for the first time, and Pugsley has to prepare for a big performance that the extended Addams family from across the globe will come to judge.
so different.
Pugsley, don't drink it all. This gentleman wants some too. What a nervous man. Welcome to the neighborhood. What an interesting home. Fire in the hole!
You sunk my battleship!
Yes! These people are monsters! They'll ruin the neighborhood!
Hey, neighbor! What'd I do?
Deep down, we're all the same. Let's show them what it means to be an Addams.
This is gonna be lit!
Choke on this!
They say we got problems, but we say it's cool.
I've got candy! Oh, yes!
Right, this family.
Yuck. I've done this thousands of times. Give my creature life! Live, I tell you, live! Totally awesome.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down cause I got it going on.
Gossin, you made it!